This year, two iconic buildings were destroyed, one by fire and another one by an investor who is constructing an ultra-modern structure. An overnight blaze almost brought down the iconic Ivory Tower building at Makerere University, while the Pioneer Mall in Kampala's central business district was demolished.
I mean, even if we start from our own neighborhood here, what we call Stone Town in Zanzibar, it's a World Heritage Site. But what is it known for? For old buildings. So a city cannot only survive on new buildings. A city is called a city because it has certain things that make it unique. We are moving away, even developed cities are moving away from a scenario where you move from one city to another and it's the same. You want to move into a city and see things that make it different.
These iconic structures, among others, located across the country, are of historical importance. Kampala City Lord Mayor Arias Lukwago argues that safeguarding them for their intrinsic value is fitting.
It's those safety measures that we need to put in place to guard against fire outbreak. It's very, very important. Unfortunately, the mandate is not ours. It's for a different government agency. You are aware of that. But we have to collaborate. We have to work in unison. We have to work hand in hand. That's why we are craving for a mechanism that will help us build the synergies with all these other government agencies charged with the duty of preserving these structures. And I think
in the recent years, ideas have been floated on demolishing the Uganda National Cultural Center to pave way for construction of a new multi-storied modern structure.
And you can see that black thing. That is an emblem showing that it engulfs, it collects all the cultural norms from all parts of Uganda. It is responsible for all the cultures in Uganda. And why do we call it Uganda National Cultural Center and National Theatre? I told you that Uganda National Cultural Center is the institutional part, which trains, which nurtures, which improves on the culture which is not yet improved upon. The upcoming artists and whatsoever. And then the National Theatre, when you are ready, then we go on stage to perform.
As Uganda diversifies its tourism products, some of these structures would actually be a resource with significant social and economic value.
The upcoming artists, we try to bring them to normal cultural norms, not going to Western culture. That's why we have our institution at Makerere to teach them our real culture. And when they come and they perform it, and we preserve it by recording it and keeping it in our archives, so that the coming ones behind may also follow the same according to our recordings that we have kept.
The military armory in Luwiri, which was transformed into a torture chamber during the late President Idi Amin's regime, is being safeguarded as a historic building and site.
There's this kind of limit down here. That was the level of water in here. And then there's that black cable on the right under the entrance. That was an electricity switch. So bring the victims, put them right in the water, and put on the switch, which was connected down here. Questioning them on what Obote was planning and other plans out there in the opposition people. And after getting the information he wanted, these people were placed in the 5 cells you're seeing here, which cells were always packed with people who died of starvation and suffocation. And at times, when he had brought fresh ones to torture and the cells were really full, he would throw out the weakened ones down here and kill them with electricity to provide space for the fresh ones he had brought.
Preservation of these iconic sites have been relying on goodwill due to lack of a strong legal provision to compel an individual, institution, or organization to preserve them. Their existence for a longer period of time is not certain.
You would admire the ingenuity and creativity of the people who designed it over 5-6 decades ago. You can imagine, look at this structure, the beauty there is. So wonderful.
Dennis Igor for UBC News.